Luke 22 and 28. Ready, read with me. You are those who have stood by me in my trials, and I confer on you a kingdom, just as my Father conferred on me, so that you may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom and sit on thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Go to the next one. Y'all want? I can do the mic. Hey, do I need to get the mic? Okay, all right, one more time. 31, let's go. Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to shift all of you as wheat. But I have prayed for you, Simon, that your faith may not fail. And when you have turned back, strengthen your brothers. Somebody say, remember that. Strengthen your brothers. Strengthen your brothers. 33. But he replied, Lord, I am ready to go with you to prison and to death. Somebody wait. Pause right there. You know how we make a promise and we say what we're going to do? Okay. And then we back out on that. Okay. Jesus answered, I tell you, Peter, before the rooster crows today, you will deny me 3 times that you know me. Let's go down to, take me down to, let's go down to 49. There we go. Ready? Read. When Jesus' followers saw what was going on happen, they said, Lord, should we strike with our swords? And one of them struck. Somebody said that was Peter.
That was Peter.
Sit down, Peter. One of them struck the servant of the high priest, cutting off his right ear. Next one. But Jesus answered, no more of this. And he touched the man's ear and healed him. Then seizing him, they led him away and took him into the house of the high priest. Peter followed at a distance. Somebody say he was 50 feet behind him. Yeah, come on, next one. And when some had fire in the middle of the courtyard and had sat down together, Peter sat down with them. Come on. A servant girl saw him seated there, and in the firelight, she looked closely at him and said, this man was with him. Come on, next one. But he denied it. Woman, I don't know him. I think Peter was a little hood. He said, go to the next one. A little later, someone else saw him and said, you also are one of them. Somebody say somebody else said it.
Somebody else said it.
They saw him again. They knew the light that was in him. They knew what he was doing. They knew that he was connected to Jesus some kind of way. But Peter turned around and said, man, I don't know. I'm not the one. I don't know him. Go to the next one. Somebody say that was the second time.
That was the second time.
All right? About an hour, not even a day later, but an hour later, another. Certainly, this fellow was with him, for he is a Peter replied, man, I don't know what you're talking about. That's my verse. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Go and take a seat. The name of this is, did I finish it? I don't know if I finished it, but that's okay. Take a seat. Somebody say the Reneger. Okay, pray my strength, because the Lord is delivering me from a certain word. So we're just going to say renege. Renege. How many of you have been in a place, and I want to talk. Can I just talk? Bishop, can I come down? I just want to talk. Somebody say, can we talk? Can we talk for a minute? Y'all been saying that? My cousin told me about it. Golly, don't be so deep. Thank you. You don't have to move it. I'm good. I'm going to just talk. Bishop, I'm getting fancy. Pray my strength. All right, so when I think about the Reneger, oh, my bad. See? Pray my strength. Because I'm telling you that's my cuss word and the Lord is going to deliver me. But I come to deal with the person that reneges. How many of you have reneged before on something that you said? When I'm dealing with the word renege, I'm dealing with the fact that it is a commitment. It's a commitment that we make. It's a promise that we make. It's something that we say that we're going to do. It is when one party breaks his or her agreement with another party. Those of you that may know our story, I'm always reminded that anytime you're talking in a room, there's probably 90% of people that know your story, and then there's 30 that don't, right? 30% that does not know the story. I realized a couple of years ago when I was setting this up, back in 2015, me and Bishop, I never went through a repo. Like, I didn't even know what that was. You know, it's like, what is a repo? What is that about? Didn't know what a repo, I can't do this. I need the mic. This is coming off my ear. See, this is when church is totally different. I'm so not protocol. All right. Woo, there we go. So, I realized that when me and Bishop, I was God's favorite. I felt like that I was. I would tell everybody that know me, if you saw it in the shopping center community, what did I always say? I'm God's favorite. So all of a sudden I went through something. Said, wait a minute. I don't know if I really want to be the Lord's favorite, because you find out that anybody that's God's favorite go through some things. But then I just reneged and came back and said I'm still God's favorite. I realized that at the end of the day, no matter what, I'm God's favorite. I believe that I'm blessed. I pray you feel that way too. Don't hate. Yeah, look at yourself and say, I'm his favorite. I'm his favorite. But I realized that being his favorite doesn't mean I got to go through some stuff. So I found out that back in 2015, Bishop and I, we were in a house we had been in for 11 years with our daughters that we grew up in. And all of a sudden, I'm talking about, again, you may have heard this story, listen to it one time, okay? So I realized that when we was in the house, for those that don't know, I don't like working for nobody. Don't like working, don't want to be on the job. And if I am on the job, I'm only there for about 6, 7, 9 months. And all of a sudden, I just feel in my spirit that the Lord is saying. It may not be the Lord, but I'm just thinking. Okay, if this is your first time hearing me, let me pause and say I'm Holy Hood / pray my strength in the Lord. But I'm different than Bishop. Don't come up here. I'm not coming to preach to nobody. I'm coming here to help all of us because we are renegers. Okay, so what happens is, I realized as we were going through this, we were at the house and my niece came by one day. And how many of you know that as soon as you go through, it's almost like God put you on display. One of my nieces, Shantae, his sister, she walked in the house. They ain't never known us to go through nothing, right? So we ain't never really been through nothing. So we sit in the house, lights off. I ain't never been through that before. No lights, ain't no lights on in the house, but there are raccoons moving. Because I told Bishop that the Lord told us to move, but he wouldn't listen, so he reneged. And he wouldn't listen. So what happened was, as we're in the house, my niece walked in and she was like chilling. So we sitting there having we called it family time. See, when the lights go off, you find a way. You better turn on some candles or something. Remind y'all, don't get it twisted. Bishop worked for GE. Joker got a good job. Understand me? But we were just broke. Okay? So we're at this point, and while we're at the house, all of a sudden, I said, you know what? I can't let my nieces and my family see us going through this. We end up being homeless, staying here at the church as pastors. Somebody say pastor. Oh, on top of that, guy went outside with my sister. She had cancer, and I was taking her to the hospital. I don't know what to take her to the hospital. Walked outside and went to church, and there was no church. They picked up my car. We had paid 3 months, bro. And they picked up. Man, I was hot. Man, you picked up my car. We just paid 3 months. Do you know how much 3 months? No tears. Yeah. Whatever. So I'm mad. I'm mad at the Lord, and I'm mad because my sister just saw me out here church open. God will put you on display in front of everybody when you're not obedient to what that girl said the other night, the speed of obedience, when you're not obedient to what God said. So by this time I said, Lord, if you give me a job, I promise I'll do whatever. See, don't look at me in that tone of voice. Don't act like I'm the only one. Okay, so I said, Lord, you just give me the job. So all of a sudden, the Lord gave me a job. Let's skip. So the Lord and he gave us double twat trouble. Don't get it twisted. The Lord blessed. We got a bigger house, nicer cars, all that stuff, right? Oh, by the way, got a car one day. That's how God moved. I told you I was his favorite. I was still his favorite, just still going through it. Got a car on the same day that I lost the car. So check this out. That wasn't bragging on, that was for real. But check this out. I get on the job. This is Kendra. I said, Lord, if you could just give me this job. Y'all, it was good money too. And I was getting paid every week. Every week. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm with it. And then I got my own desk. Like all in my face. Somebody say favor. Got my own desk and chilling. But guess what, Sister Williams? I said, well, I'm just going here and I'm going to go to work and go home. I'm going to go to work and I'm going to go home. I'm not going to let nobody know who I am and what I do. Uh-oh. Woo! I'm not going to let nobody know who I am and what I do. Can I pause and park right there and tell you that everywhere you go is set up for an assignment? But because I promised God and told God, this is what I want to do. If you could just give me a job. But see, I didn't understand what was going to come with the job. So I get on the job. And I'm hearing these women, and I'm feeling it. Those that know me, y'all know I'm catching them in the Holy Ghost. And I'm sitting here like, they ain't saying nothing. They don't got nothing to do with me. That's them, their problem. They losing their job. They losing their whatever. I mean, not their job, but their houses. And they're crying at work. I'm not going to minister to nobody. Somebody say promise.
The promise.
I'm not going to minister to nobody. But all of a sudden, I got sick. Somebody said obedience.
Obedience.
Woo! I got sick, and all of a sudden while being sick, walking around and on the cane while I'm at work, doing these things, moving forward, but not ministering, and finding myself in moments of while I'm sick, that no matter what these people were still going through, and they still needed me as their assignment. Again, never would tell nobody who I was, but how about you know that God had it set up? Young man came from downstairs. We were in a 3-story building. Young man came from downstairs, walked in the office where I was, Sister Lady. He said, First Lady. I was like, because I'm sorry, don't judge me. I don't be want to do all that all the time. Pray my strength. But see, I promise God, if you could just give me a job, I'll do what you want me to do. If you could just give me a job, I'll say what you want me to say. If you could just bless me, God, to be able to be a helpmate to my husband, I'll do whatever, but I got on the job and I forgot. But God had to send a reminder. So he sent this dude, and he was like, First Lady, oh my God, we came to your church. So of course, the women on the job, because you know when people find out who you are and find out that you're connected to the vine and that you're connected to God, all of a sudden, come trials because they know who you are. Come tribulations because they know who you are. They found out who your girl was. So now I got to minister. And I find myself at the place of Peter. Come here, Peter. I find myself where Peter was when Peter was in a moment. And if you look into Luke, Peter was at a moment where he promised God that I'm going to go with you. I'm going to be with you. I'm going to follow you. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to be there with you. Can I pause and park and tell you, Peter was a bad boy. But can I talk about his reneging moments? When he started reneging against Jesus? Because Peter was also rebellious. Peter also saw some I seen God do some amazing things through every job that I done been on. I done seen God minister through me and to others, and others minister to me. I've seen God do it before, Bishop, but now I'm in a place that I want to turn like Peter. I want to get to a point to where I'm going to deny this. I don't really know y'all like that, so I really don't want you to know who I'm really connected to. I really don't want you to know who I'm really living for. I really don't want you to know what I'm really doing, and didn't realize that I was denying Jesus. I was denying the one that I was with. I was denying the one that I was connected to. But when I think about Peter, not only did Peter have the best seat in the house with Jesus, he was so connected to him to where he had the best seat in the house, y'all. He saw Jesus do miracles. He also saw the fact that Jesus took 3 of his boys up to a mountain. And guess what? Peter was the one that went with him. Out of all people, have you ever been in a place where God has shown you things that nobody else has seen, but he's attached some things to you that you've seen that nobody else has seen, places that other people have not gone, but yet and still, because I've seen the miracles of God, he saw that in that moment, but Peter was like, Jesus, I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to cut an ear for you. I'm going to do all these things. But what I realized that while he was doing that, Peter also got to a point to where I really don't want him to know. But what I love about it, Bishop, is that he got to a point to where he realized that, you know what? I'm not going to let him know who I am. And when I don't let him know who I am, maybe it's better for me. Can I come and tell you that whatever promise you made to God, and whatever thing you promised God, that's that thing that I'm not going to do no more. If you made that promise to God and you got to a point that you were needing, you just said, God, I deny every step and every place that you're going to take me. I deny the things that you're going to get me to. I deny the promises that are set up for me. So what I realized that with Peter, the first thing I want to deal with is how do I get to a point? I had to realize on that job, how do I get to a point to where I'm not reneging, because I understand that it's going to be Bishop, I'll stop this one turning. I do understand that I won't be to a point to where that while I'm here, regardless of what's going to come my way, and regardless of what, can I tell you, like I had a Peter, I wanted to cut some ears off on the job. Did I tell you that? Yeah, Peter rose up in me as soon as they found out who I was, and all of a sudden, you weren't cussing before, but all of a sudden, y'all cussing all on the job, trying to test me in my walk. All of a sudden, not only are you just cussing, but now you saying little shady things that the enemy, you don't even realize that that's something back in the day, I would have buffed somebody's teeth out for that one. But now I'm sitting at a point to where, okay, Lord, my Peter is rising. Do I have any Peters that have rose up in you? That my Peter is rising up, because now I've become so disconnected from him. I've become to a point to where I'm walking in the job and I really don't want to be here. But I'm reminding myself, God, I asked you for this. I asked you to give me this, not knowing that there was going to be trials and tribulations that was going to come with it. Can I tell you that Peter didn't realize? He kept telling Jesus all through the Bible, no, you're not going to die. No, they're not going to kill you. No, they're not. He was so in denial on what God was going to take, what Jesus was going to do, to where he was so in denial, he didn't realize that, bro, when you're connected to me, don't you know that there's some stuff attached to me that you're going to have to go through? You're going to have to experience something. So when all I could think about, Bishop, when I was studying, I was like, how do we get to a point that we don't allow our Peters to rise up? How do we get to a point to where we don't start reneging? I don't care who you are, baby, you can look at me all you want to in a crazy face, crazy tone of voice, but I'm going to tell you what, you had your moment where you say, I ain't doing that. Yep. No, that ain't for me. That look like it's going to take work. I don't care what that is. And those are the promises that God has for you. Anything that God gives you and it's a promise, I promise you it's not going to be easy. So how do we get to a point? I had to ask myself, while I was on the job, I was like, I don't know how I got to a point to where I left the job in good grace. Somebody say good grace. Oh, so y'all all leave jobs the right way? Oh, okay. Yeah. I left in good grace. How did I leave in good grace? Because I realized that at the end of the day, this is my assignment wherever I go. Yes. Wherever you go, that's your assignment. Wherever you're at, that's your assignment. If it's on your job, if it's at your house, wherever it is, it's your assignment. So how do I stop reneging? Uh-oh, the reneger. How do I stop reneging? Number one, I got to remember what he said. Let's go there. Luke 22. Where you at? They left. Oh, hey, bro. Luke 22, 28. I got to remember what he said. I got to remember the thing that he told me. Somebody say, you are those who have stood by me and my trial. Jesus was reminding them, you're the ones that were here with me. You were the ones that were connected to me. And I confer on you a kingdom just as my Father conferred one on me, so that you may eat and drink at my table. In other words, there's a place that's set before you. If you can just remember what happened, if you can just remember what I told you, Peter. Can you remember that I told you that you were going to be at a place with me? Can you remember, Tonya, I told you that I was calling you to do more? Can you remember, Sister Langley, I told you that I've called you to pray. I called you to do more in the kingdom. Can you just remember what I told you? Now you got him telling the people, look, I told y'all to set this up. I told y'all to do this. But what happens is, let's go to 33. But he replied, Lord, I am ready to go with you to the promise and death. I can only imagine Peter when he made this statement that he didn't understand again what came along with it. Can I tell you that no matter what, there's a place for you in the kingdom of God if you could just remember what he said. There's a place for you in the kingdom. And I'm not just talking about kingdom in heaven. I'm talking about here on earth. There's some things that God has for you. If you can only stay connected and remember what he said. If you can remember that God said, for the plan, that I have plans that for you to prosper and not harm you. If you can just remember that you are the head and not the tail. If you can just remember what he said. I had to remember that, God, I went before you about this job. job, and I prayed to you about this job. Every time I go to work, now I'm sitting in my car because I started remembering. I started remembering and reminding myself, okay, this is why I'm here. So now I gotta sit in the car and pray on lunch. I gotta sit in the car and pray on break. I gotta sit in the car and pray before I go into work, because I realize that this is my assignment. So if this is gonna be my assignment, I gotta make sure that I'm prepared spiritually. How am I prepared spiritually? Because I remember what he said. I'm gonna give you what you asked for, but I'm gonna need you to put in some work while you're there. I'm gonna need you to put in some work. I'm gonna need you to spend time with me while you're there. The second thing that he had to do, pray for me, Bishop, because I'm not liking this. Just me and this mic. The second thing, remember what he said. Remember what he said. Remember what he said. Why he said it. I'm sorry. Remember why he said it. Luke 22:31. Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift all of you as wheat, but I have prayed for you, Simon, that our faith may not fail. We must remember the why. Why did he tell us this? Why did Jesus tell Simon this? Or why did Jesus tell Peter this? He told him this because I realized that the enemy is after you. I realized that he knows what you're about to do, and you don't even realize that he's coming after you. He's ready to sift you as wheat. I didn't realize that by the time these ladies found out who I was, that there was going to be an attack on this job. I did not realize that these women were going to be plotting against me with the supervisor on the job. I did not realize that these heifers, were sitting up talking about me and dogging me out while I'm on the job, because somebody say, the enemy. The Bible says that the enemy wants to sift us as wheat. What does that mean, that he's coming after you? Did you get fooled or something? Oh, Bishop, bless me. Did you get fooled or something to think that he wasn't going to come after you? Peter, did you forget that he wasn't going to come after your children? Did you forget he wasn't going to come after your finances? But I had to realize that God, at the end of the day, that this was a setup. Yes. When I asked for the promise, you already knew the plan that you had for me. So yes, God, it was a setup the entire time. So what do I realize? I realize this, that at the end of the day, that Peter, when he made this statement of why, he realized that no matter what, there was a promise that was about to be made, and the enemy would come after me and go after everything, and because he had permission. Because the Bible says, Simon, Simon, Satan has asked. Somebody say asked. That means he came after you. The question should be, why you asking about me, bro? Why are you asking about me? Because I see something on you. I see that there's something connected to you that's going to be able to change lives. I see something on you that's going to be... So whenever you're going through, can I come and help you real quick? Whenever you're going through, remind yourself of Peter that, hey, Peter, Jesus told Peter, look here, bro, they're going to come after you. The enemy's going to come after you, and it's going to be up to you. Are you going to stand or are you going to quit? Are you going to stand or are you going to renege? Somebody say the Reneger. Are you going to stand or are you going to quit? But not only that, remember who you are. Remember who you are. Remember that you are a royal priesthood. Remember you are connected to the Most High God. If we could remember who we belong to, if Peter just could have remembered, Bishop, in that moment that he was so connected to God like never before, that he was in Jesus' inner circle. He was so connected to him. Can I tell you that we're a part of the inner circle? Once Jesus left his Holy Spirit here for us, we're a part of the inner circle. You got to remember who you are. Can I tell you about Peter now? The apostle Peter now. He's no longer Simon, Simon. Peter means rock. That means he was silent in what he did. Peter did some amazing things. Not only did Peter he rebuked or he was rebellious, but how about Peter was the only person I know that walked on water? You don't think that the enemy saw that? Peter was the only one that walked on water. How about when Peter walked in the presence of people, that his anointing that was on him would be able to make people fall out because he was so filled with. You think the enemy didn't see that? Not only was Peter that, but he also set the foundation for the church. Even though Peter denied Jesus, can I come tell you real quick why I finish this? How about every time you renege, every time you deny God, God said, I still have something in you that's greater than what you can ever imagine. I still have something in you that you need to push out and birth out. But you got to stand up like Peter and realize that at the end of the day, Peter, I called you for greater. I called you for greater. I gotta remember my what. I gotta remember my why. And I gotta remember my who. Who are we in the, are we wimps? Are we pumped? Am I a pump because I ain't saying nothing back to these chicks on this job? I felt you. What would Jesus do? I said I wanted to bust teeth out. I said I wanted to cut off ears. I said I wanted to. So I had to sit in the car because I felt my Peter rise up and remind myself I need you to die, flesh. Because if I go in here and do this knowing I need this job that I promised the Lord that I asked for, knowing that I want to be on here, but now I done let Peter rise up in me and don't realize who you are. Your silence and power. Can I tell you this? Before I left the job, come here. Before I left the job, had the manager call me in her office and said these words to me. I don't know why you keep coming to work, but you keep coming on this cane, showing up day after day after day. And don't you know that you're a refreshment to me? You're a breath of fresh air because I'm seeing you walking here and I know they dogging you out. I know they talking about you, but you still smile like it's not. Can I pause and plug and tell you? Somebody watching you. Them same folks that dog me out talked about me. Same folks that I call myself denying Jesus for. Turn their back on me. But I denied Jesus. Knowing that they would turn your back. Baby, find myself ministering to these women. Giving them my credit card to go get some gas. Bishop credit card. The same ones that talked about me. The same ones that I ain't asking for no credit because they don't owe me nothing. But what I realize at the end of the day, I'm still called to this. I'm still called to this. I'm still called to do what God said do. I'm still called and assigned to you. Had 3 women on the job. All 3 of them, I still have to stand outside on my break. Okay, you ain't get it.
Yeah, I got it.
On my break.
On your break.
And minister to you. Knowing what you said. But I realize that if I deny God right now, do you understand what comes? Now the Bible says that Peter went outside and wept. I think that's the worst whooping ever. The worst whooping ever is when I deny him. The worst whooping ever is when I turn around and I don't speak, I don't say nothing to these women on this job that had said this. But at the end of the day, y'all, how about I left there and they cried when I left. They cried, still call me today. When I left, because I did not allow people. Now, don't get it twisted. I said in the beginning, I wasn't saying nothing. I was letting Peter rise, because they were saying little stuff to me, and I had shade, and it wasn't of the Holy Ghost. Because you know, my comeback is strong. I won't do it in the church, bless the Lord. But when you know you have a comeback that's strong, and you know you can eat them up because you already seen them in the spirit. Come on, Peter. You've already seen them in the spirit, and I can read you your rights and everything about you. And a couple times I did, but okay. But I realized when I got in the car and started crying because I asked myself why I allowed my character to be tested. Because you know they're testing you. You know, I don't care who it is, man. All of you got somebody, as soon as they found out that you're connected, they're testing you. You got to understand that I can't deny who I am. I can't deny what happened. I can't deny why I'm here. I can't deny it because at the end of the day, if I deny him, will he deny me? If I denied him, Bishop, if I denied him, will he deny me? We got to get to a point that we don't renege on everything that happens in our life. Every time trial happens, I renege, I give up, I quit, I ain't coming to church no more, I ain't coming to whatever, to get out your spirit. Yeah, because at the end of the day, that's the first thing we say, I ain't coming to church. Really? That's what we doing. But as soon as all hell broke loose, you were on your face at the altar, praying before the Lord, saying, Lord, if you could please get me out of this, like I was. Lord, if you could please give me this job. And I asked for specific digits. And God gave it to me. Somebody said, okay, I'm not there anymore. Did I say that? I'm not there anymore. But how about I made sure this time? I made sure this time. God, I'm not going to leave here until you bless me. I'm not going to leave here until you don't care how mad they make me. I don't care how much they come against me. I'm going to do everything. If God, you tell me to speak, I'm going to speak. If you tell me to be quiet, I'm going to be quiet. If you tell me to say this, I'm going to say this. I got to a point to where I learned how to be obedient in the workplace, which taught me how to be obedient in the church place. I learned how to be obedient in the workplace, which made me obedient in the church place, to where I'm able to be quiet. And God, I'm going to see how you, okay, what you want to do now? And every morning, Sister Larry, I walk in there every morning. On my way walking in, remind you, you thought they would have some sympathy for your girl. Because I'm on a cane. Man, them helpers talked about me so bad. I'm like, I'm sick. My kidneys bleed. And y'all dogging me out. And I'm buying y'all lunch, you broke helpers. I'm buying y'all lunch. If you're watching, God bless you. I love all of you. I was buying them lunch. Not because I wanted to, because God said, this time, take care of her. Okay, this time you need to take care of her. And while I'm blessing him, don't get mad, Bishop, stay in spirit, don't get in Peter. But I had a young man on the job, he was like, hey, First Lady, I turned into a First Lady on the job. Did I tell you that? God, everybody started calling me First Lady. First Lady, you need anything? Hey, we're going to the store, we're going to get you something to eat. So while I'm paying for her, somebody paying for me. While I'm giving to them, God giving to me. But no matter what, I had to learn. The lesson was, shut your mouth. The lesson was, be quiet, Peter. The lesson was, Peter, there are some things I'm about to do with you. But if you can't be still, and you keep reneging every time I open the door, you keep reneging every time I open the door. You ask for it. You wanted it. You said, give me the desires of my heart. God, whatever I want, God, can you give it to me? God said, I'm going to give you whatever you want, because that's what my word says, to give you the desires. I turned from the desires to God, give me whatever you want from me. It does not necessarily have to be my desires, because it may not be good for me. But I had to learn it, because I asked the Lord, give it to me. Can you give it to me? But did not realize what came with it. Don't you know it would never stop? But if we can look at ourselves and not look at the Peter before Jesus went on the cross, but what is it, AD, BC, after Christ? If we can look at the AC, AD, that's him, that's not my language, AD, if we can look at him after Christ, and the way he walked, the way he lived, the way he glorified God, if we can look at him afterwards. Peter went to prison. Even after he denied God, after he denied him, he realized that now that I'm for him, I'm going to lose everything because of him. Somebody didn't get that. I'm going to lose everything because of him. So I'm going to go to prison. Not only did he go to prison, but he got beat. But he still stayed, because at the end of the day, God, I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. Not the other way around. But God, I'm not going to leave you, because I realize that I'm connected. I'm in the inner circle. I'm connected to something that's greater than what I can ever imagine. I had to realize, Bishop, go back to me not leaving the job. It was God that spoke through him. But I tell y'all in the beginning, I don't like the what? Sister girl, I'm looking at you. Kendra, I was there for a year. By 1/6. I said, okay, Lord, I just think, maybe God, where you at? Come here, Peter. I can only imagine Peter saying, wait a minute now, when he said he walked, y'all read it, right? When he said he walked the distance. That means Jesus was waiting in front of him. So he probably like, man, bruh, like what they finna do to you? I was in that moment of, man, Lord, I think my time is up. Believer, my time is over. But God said, until you complete this assignment, because I don't need you to go around in circles. What brother was? I don't need you going in circles. I don't need you to have to go through this all over again. I'm gonna need you to get it this time. Come here, somebody. I need you to get it this time. I don't need you to renege this time. I'm gonna need you to get it. I'm gonna need you to just follow me. I'm gonna need you to get it so that you will not be going in circles with this situation. Why it keep happening? Why they keep popping up? Why things keep happening? Maybe you ain't grew from that one. Maybe you ain't grew up from that one. And I realized that every job I had since kid, I was always getting into it with somebody. I had to ask the Lord, is it me? Come on. Sometimes it may be you. I kept asking the Lord, is it me? One job, Lady Davis worked on it. Hewitt Associates. I used to walk in there speaking in tongues. We're both shot. See, it kid. Girl, it was me the whole time. God started showing me, these folks don't know me like that. You coming here speaking in tongues and cupping your desk in the morning. You done scared these folks off. You doing too much. You being too deep. I was deep, Sister Kim. I'm talking about all in my desk. I was like, yeah, I shot. I get there early before everybody else. Don't realize they watching me around the corner. I done went too deep with it. So it was me. So this time, at the very last job I pray that I ever have in my life. This time, I said, okay, 6 months in security. I said, okay, Lord, I don't wanna, just show me how to, can you at least show me what they're doing? So I know what I'm prepare myself. Oh, y'all ain't never been there? Like, I need you to show me every little step that they're doing so that I can be able to prepare. Like today, are they gonna be snappy? Okay, today, are they gonna push me to a point I wanna slap somebody? Like, let me know if that's today. I need to know. Come on. I need to know. Like, God would never show me. He would never show me. But I would get on a job, and because of my love, God started building my love. Because see, I can love the church. I ain't had no problem with it. I had learned that one. I learned how to love the church. But like, people on a job in the corporate world, that's different.
Yes.
Like, I don't gotta love you, like, but I found out. Don't listen to that. I found out, yes I do. So the 6 month mark, I'm going somewhere. I'm not just talking, Bishop. I'm going somewhere. 6 month mark. While on the cane, and I'm on my way into work. Remind you, from the parking lot to the door was probably about 5 minutes. But because I was sick and I couldn't walk on this cane, it took me about 30 minutes to get into the building. 6 month mark. The ringleader, because you know it's a ringleader, right? Yes. Can somebody say amen? Amen. That's a ringleader. It was the ringleader. Come here. It was the one I didn't want to deal with. It was the one that caused all the havoc. It was the one that got everybody to come again. It was the one that you really saw the most in. It's the one, and I'm walking. And she came by, she said, First Lady, to see you keep coming in here, man. I'm like, I need you to help me. This is her. I need you to help me because your endurance has showed me. You know what I'm talking about? A little dark one. She said, your endurance make me say, I don't want to see you go through this no more. I'm going to go talk to the office and get you a handicap park so that you won't have to walk all the way up here no more. From that day forward, that same woman is the woman that called and I prayed with. The same woman that I had to pour into the most. The same woman that I had to be on the phone with when I lost my job and she ready to go, oh wait, I ain't losing it. Hold up, come here. I didn't lose it. My supervisor called me and said, I hate to tell you this, but they're letting a lot of people go and we're gonna let you go. She said, but I don't want you to come back to work and have to pack up your box. I've already packed it for you. I don't want you to go through that embarrassment. That was my supervisor. The same woman, the daughter. Somebody said the daughter. Same woman. She was like, I'm gonna call them right now and we're gonna get this straight because you should have been on this job. She's going, oh, ready to fight for me. Ready to fight for me. Why? The question is, somebody say why?
Why?
Because I learned to shut up. I learned to shut up. Even though, again, I had my Peter moments, I learned to shut up. I learned to be quiet and say, wait a minute. God, what is the lesson behind the blessing?
Yes.
What's the lesson in this? What am I supposed to learn? What am I supposed to get? If there's somebody in your job, I don't know why I'm going to jobs, but if there's somebody in your arena, in your job, and they are attacking you, baby, there's some greatness in you that they see and that they're jealous about and that they're upset about because they see, hey, maybe it's the boss that loves you and don't understand why the boss so connected to you. They don't understand the favor that you have over your life. Can I speak to you real quick? They don't understand the grace that you have over your life. They don't understand the hell that you're going through. Pumping yourself up in the mirror every morning saying, wait a minute, oh, okay, girl, you're going to do this. Come on, I ain't going to call in today. I'm just going to go through this. I know they're going to act up. They don't understand all of that you done pepped yourself up like a cheerleader and said, I'ma still come.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, that may be your assignment.
Yes.
Not that person. When I say that, I'm not talking about the person because we got to understand in this thing that at the end of the day, it's not the person, it's the spirit within the person. So there's a spirit within them that's coming against you because I see greatness in her. So I'm going to attack every area in her life and his life so that I can get them off track, so that I can get them disconnected, so that I can get them to a point. Can I come and tell you that the enemy was so excited that Peter denied God. He want to get us to a point to where, y'all, for me to go on a job and be shamed.
Yeah.
Shame of the fact that I don't want y'all to know who I am because I don't want to do all that. It's a denial point. If God would have took me then, Bishop, I don't think I would have made it here. I think I would have busted hell wide open. I don't know. I just really do. Because at the end of the day, God said, if you deny me, I don't even know you. Who are you? Who are you? Who you think you are? You think you're going to get behind the gate? But can I come and tell those that renege? Let's get back to the renegers. Those that renege, this is not the season to keep reneging. To keep quitting because it got too hard. To keep quitting because it does not look like there's any light at the end of the tunnel. To keep quitting because it don't look like things gonna work in my favor, or it looks like I'm gonna fail at that. Can I come and tell you, with the strength, I know it sounds cliche, but with the strength of God, man, you can do anything. It's mind, as my bishop, my daddy said in ministry, it's mind over matter. You got to look at yourself and say, you know what? At the end of the day, God, I repent.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I keep reneging on you. I'm sorry that I keep quitting on you. I'm sorry that I keep running into this Peter mentality. But this time, this season, I need you to make a difference. I told God when I was on that cane, going to work, I said, God, I don't know what it is, but this time I'm not going to quit. This time I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep showing up to church, even though I really don't want to be there. If somebody come up to me and want me to pray with them, I'm going to pray with them. God, whatever it takes, I'm not going to quit this time. Yes, it may look hard. Yes, it may look like you're not going to come out. But I come to tell you, don't quit this time. Not this time. Maybe last time. But this time I'm not going to quit. This time I'm going to keep moving forward. This time I'm not going to look back. This time, somebody say this time. This time. I don't want to walk in 2020 where I'm giving up again. I keep giving up. Can we get to a point? Stop it, Nikki. Somebody say stop it.
Stop it.
Why can I come and tell you that? Because I can tell you 2 years in ministry. I'm like, man, I'm a man. This is church, not mine. I don't gotta be here. After that, God God started revealing more of me and how nasty I was on the inside. Because see, it's one thing that you can look like on the church. You can look like church. I don't care who you are. Leadership, it ain't about no title. And I found myself, Bishop, and you'll remember, I'm laying before the Lord and I'm just like, God, what is it that I'm missing? Why I keep going through this cycle? Why I keep going through this one over and over again? Because God said, every time, even when you were at CRM City Fellowship Church, every time somebody came against you, you always said, I quit. I ain't singing no choir no more. I quit. I ain't singing no choir. I ain't singing no praise team. Forget all y'all. See, I was the one, it's so hard for the CRM people to look at me because I was the rebel one. If they said do something, I said no. If they said we need the choir to come to such and such, nah, not me. Y'all don't run me. Am I lying, Bishop? Y'all can't tell me what to do. Bishop was humble. That wasn't my story. I was the one they sent the liaison leader, Darian, that was here the other night. They sent him from the Houston campus to come and talk to me. Rebellious. So when we started the church, I was ready to renege again. Like, nah, brother, I'm not gonna get up here and talk in front of nobody. That ain't, the Lord told me to come be your wife. Not no pastor's wife. That don't come along, that's not a part of the plan. That's not what the Lord showed me. Bishop, am I lying, Bishop? But all of a sudden, God started showing me my heart. Because I did not want to go through that all over again. Because you cry, man, when you're rebellious and when you renege, man, it hurts. You start crying, you in your car like, you about to have I was on the road, y'all, driving. And I'm up there, like, I'm not crying, but I'm about to have a panic attack. And then all of a sudden the Lord said, I need you to submit to the man of God. What? Who? He my husband. He ain't my pastor. Bishop Woodard is my pastor. Am I lying? Bishop Woodard is my pastor. How am I gonna call Bishop Woodard my pastor and he ain't the one that's feeding this me every day? Uh-oh. So I'm having a panic attack, I have to pull over, and I called him because I can't breathe, and I heard the Lord say, I need you to submit. And I said, I'm sorry for everything I done. Please. That's the worst whooping. So now, after I go through that, because I'm thinking the Lord gonna make me have a wreck. If I don't get it right this time, I'm gonna have a wreck. So I started prostrating before the Lord. Lord, I need you to show me me. Show me how I can get this right so I don't have to go through this again. Show me how I can change, God. Change my heart so that I won't mistreat people. Change my heart so that I can learn to love those that don't love me. Change my heart so that I can learn to love even leadership. God, change my heart so that I can submit to the man of God. God, change my heart so that I can come under him and listen to him and not have a Jezebel spirit and try to run a ministry through him. I had to ask God, show me me. Show me me. And all of a sudden I started seeing me. I started seeing it. Girl, you faking. You walk around here, hello, welcome to New Destiny Fellowship Church of Word Changing Our Minds to Change Your World. God bless you. We welcome you. You're so welcome here. God said they see that. They smell that. They sense that. I need you to get real with me. And the only way we can get real with God if we allow God to change us from the inside out. That's how 2015 I made up my mind. I will not quit. I don't have another option. All I can do is God keep, because if I quit now, ain't no telling what I'm about to miss. Baby, I'm at a point right now, I told God, not only do I need to look like where I'm going, Bishop, but God, I want to be who I'm supposed to be in you, in this season, and in this moment. Can you stand all over the building and say, we will not renege? We will not renege. Not this time. Not this time. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep pressing. I won't renege this time. I won't quit this time. Come on, somebody. You got to make a declaration. You got to believe that thing. You got to speak it with your mouth. I believe it in your heart that this time I won't quit. This time I won't give up. I don't want to
to go through the same circle over and over again. I don't want to keep going through this cycle. I don't want somebody to say a cycle. I don't want to keep going through this cycle. So you got to make up in your mind, this message may not be for everybody. But if you got to a point to where you say, God, I'm done with Reneger. I want to learn the lesson. I want to get it this time.
Yes.
I want to understand this time. I want to get it this time. I dare you to come up to the front. I need all prayer partners to come up to the front.